I was in a pretty bad situation at the start of the summer, knowing that I had friends doing amazing internships and I sort of had nothing lined up for the summer. I think I'm in overall a better place now, but there is so much comparison, especially when you're always on, like the moment you open LinkedIn and you see your Minerva friends doing this internship or building this startup, you've gone through the process, like you've personally dealt with imposter syndrome. What's a message you have for someone like me? And I'm sure this is also more applicable to anyone who's going to a top university with high performing students.
It's difficult. I don't think I ever fully got over it. I think it's important first to talk to people about it. Like, don't suffer in silence. And the second is to start thinking of like what you want for yourself and what are ways that you can figure out that this is what you actually want. So doing little experiments. So for me, for example, I wanted to see, like I knew I always wanted to work in an impact focused organization, but I didn't know what kind. So to help me narrow down, I was like, okay, what kinds of companies do I want to be a part of? To a big corporation working on something that was impact related. And I realized that, I really didn't like the culture of being in a big organization. So now I know that the next time I look for an opportunity, I want to look for stuff that's in like a smaller group where I have more say in the strategy. And then I do work related to like marketing or event management. And I know like, this is the kind of team culture that I like. This is the kind of work that excites me. And I think always testing out the things that you think you like is really important to help you narrow down and focus. Because otherwise you try to open all doors. Like I'll be open to anything. I'll do any opportunity. And that just means you stretch yourself way too thin. Anything means doing everything. And it's impossible.
I like that. Doing anything means doing everything. I also love this. Just a few days ago, I was talking with someone about Alice in Wonderland. And so I was mentioning this quote, which the cat tells Alice at the very beginning, which is, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. And that has like really stuck with me over years. As sort of sounds a little depressing, but it's like a harsh truth about life that you need to sort of have some potential destination or some path where you're going down. Appreciate the advice. I will try it out and let you know how this goes. I'm sure this is the case for like so many listeners. This happens in high school as well. People attending like these top high schools where students are getting into Ivy Leagues around them versus, let's say, they're getting rejection offers back. They might be in a very similar position. This is something that goes on, I think, in high school and university and in life at large. So like this is not something that's going away anytime soon. Best to sort of have your best practices and strategies as well as your mindsets for dealing with something like this.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know that you won't know. Like I've graduated and I've been working for 2 years. I don't really know exactly what I want to do. And that's fine. I don't think having lived 18 years of your life that you're expected to know where you want to go. But having some idea of a direction will at least help you prioritize the things that you care about. And also to remind yourself that it's okay to change your mind. You can say that you want to be a doctor and study 3-4 years and do that, and then decide that you don't want to do it. It's better to have that realization now than to force yourself to do things that you don't actually care about, or to even worse, like do things just because other people tell you to do them, or because that's the flow and how things go.
Speaking about life after graduation, again, as you said, a big worry for you, for Minerva especially, is like, will I get a job after graduation? And like, how will my life be after graduation? I think in terms of jobs, you've got a great job. We have pretty decent data, I would say, about Minervans being able to find good work. And so I believe such data is available online. It's worth going deeper into that. I'll ask you a slightly different question, which is, as a Minerva student, someone who's graduated more than 2 years ago now, in what ways did Minerva prepare you well for adult life and for your career? And in what ways did Minerva not prepare you so well?
I guess Minerva did teach me a lot of skills that I find very useful in my work. I think it's helped me to just like be very productive and like effective at the work I do. And I think that I'm able to make like really good contributions because of the education that I received and the opportunities that I was able to get, like the work experience, like doing civic projects, which we're not talking about, but doing projects with different companies throughout my Minerva experience, and also being surrounded by this really strong and like inspiring energy from my classmates. Some things that it didn't prepare me well for. I don't know if this is a cop-out answer, but I feel like I had such a great community being in Minerva, living with your friends for 4 years, traveling with them, experiencing so much together, like figuring out what you want to do with life, going through like the best and worst moments together. And then when you graduate, everybody goes their separate ways and everyone everyone lives in a different corner of the world, and it's like a 10-hour flight to get to someone who you really care about. And you only really get to meet each other like once a year if you really try. You never know when you're going to see them again. And it's actually quite difficult to find and build your own community, because Minerva selected for people who are like all very exceptional and have like similar thinking. They're attracting people who are like open to going for this traveling university, who care a lot about their education, who care about the impact that they want to make. And it's difficult to find communities like that after you graduate.
Yeah.
I think that's the most difficult thing. I think I'm still searching for this myself. Not really sure exactly where to find this high concentration of people like this.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. And I hope you feel more energized, inspired, and curious for the exciting university journey that lies ahead. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Uni Unveiled.